Hey there, KatieFreiling here, and I wanted to take a moment today to really just open up to you and share with you some things that I have been going through and I've been working through on my own personal growth journey, and hopefully this will inspire you to start doing the deeper work on yourself, to start doing the deeper transformational work that can actually set you free. So if I told you right now that you could choose between being free, happy, fulfilled, and full of joy, or you could live in pain and suffering, which one would you choose? I mean, every human being on this planet innately and intrinsically wants to be at peace, and they want to be full of love and joy. So what's happened, though, is that we don't know how to deal with pain and suffering. We as a society don't know how to deal with it. And so what's happened is we all have accumulated this pain body. We've accumulated these experiences and emotions and pains that we've never dealt with. And so what we've done is we've pushed them down because, we don't know how to deal with them, or we avoid them, or we don't have the courage to feel it. And we kind of lock them up inside. And it keeps us from being free emotionally. This emotional pain body is something that will perpetuate unhappiness. And the only way that you are ever going to be able to become free of that is to go straight into the pain, okay? Straight into the pain and feel it and release it. Now, as a society, we teach men, or we teach boys at a very young age, oh, real men don't cry. And then when women cry, we kind of make excuses for them, like, oh, she's just emotional, it's that time of the month and whatnot, when we really have missed the point. Nature has given us an amazing transformational tool. Nature has given us the ability to cry, to release emotion. And it is one of the most nourishing, most healing things that you can do. And I am not kidding you. And I'm not talking about crying over not getting your way, or crying over something that the ego is unhappy about. I'm talking about crying and releasing emotion, crying about the things that really hurt you, that are really causing you so much pain and suffering. And what happens is, as you become more willing to release emotion, as you become more willing to kind of dive into your pain and feel it, and it may be for the first time in your life, but as you start to do that, you start to kind of peel layers, kind of like an onion. You start to peel these layers and then you start realizing that at the core of all of your pain and suffering is the feeling of being separated, the feeling of being unloved, the feeling of being unworthy, the feeling of not being connected to life. It is really the source of all pain and suffering on this planet. And for me, the more I go through my own pain body and the more I release more of my own emotion, I start to really sense that being the core of everything that causes me unhappiness. It's when I feel disconnected from my true source, from my true nature. And our true nature is really love at its core. So anytime you're not feeling love and you feel this restlessness, or you don't feel at peace, or you feel hurt, or you feel in pain, it's because you're not seeing who you really are. And I used to be one of those people that was like, oh, I don't have any, I've never had anything traumatic happen to me. I don't really have a lot of pain. I don't need to do a lot of deeper work. And I was fortunate enough to have attracted people into my life who kind of taught me how to do the deeper emotional work on myself. They kind of held a space for me to go there and to cry and release emotion and to feel pain. And like I said, kind of like with the layers of the onion, it was amazing how much I've been able to uncover. And now the farther I go along this journey, the more sensitive I get. So anytime I'm not feeling joy and love from within, it hurts. It hurts. Anytime I let, any thoughts of fear or any negative emotions, anytime I let that take over, it really does cause disconnection and pain and suffering. And so what I've started doing now is taking time for myself. Anytime I start feeling a little more disconnected or just not at peace, I know that that's a sign that I need to take some time for myself and I need to release emotion. And so yesterday I was really at that point where I was feeling, I don't feel connected to myself right now. So I took some space for myself. I really felt the pain that I was feeling, and I cried. I'll be honest with you, I cried. I bawled, and I just went into the pain. I felt it, and I was able to release it. And when you do this, you will feel so much better. Emotions are like this gateway to your higher self. They are the gateway to happiness. Okay? And if you still think that you can't cry or you can't get into your emotions or you just can't go there, well then you're always going to feel this perpetual unhappiness. Even if it's very subtle. It could be very, very, very subtle. But you'll always feel it. So as soon as you have the courage to go into your own emotions, to go into your own pain and actually feel them and release them through just expression, emotional expression, release, it's the most healing thing you can do. And I'm totally being completely honest with you. It has transformed my life. And so I know that since emotions are this doorway, that unless you know how to deal with your emotions, unless you know how to actually feel them, then you're always going to have this subtle unhappiness. And so I just encourage you to, maybe take some space for yourself today or sometime this week to just sit there and feel any sort of pain that you may be feeling. And it may take you a while to even get there, because we have built up so much armor, so much just layers of protection to keep us from feeling this pain. That's what we've learned to do. Our bodies have learned to protect because we haven't been taught how to properly deal with our pain. Okay, so it may take you a little bit of time. It's kind of like, cracking an ice chip. It'll take a while. It's definitely a process. But once you start doing this, it will make you feel so much better. If you're feeling pain, if you're feeling suffering, and you actually take the time to cry and release it and go into the pain and feel it, it will lose its power over you. It'll start losing its control, and you can start becoming a much more free channel for love and peace and joy. I'm not kidding you. And so I feel that emotional release is one of the most important things you can do if you really, really, truly want to be happy and free and you want to transform your life. So thanks so much for listening to this message today. I would love to hear from you. So I don't know if this is something that may be new to you, or you've done a lot of emotional release work before, but leave me a comment. Let me know if you've done it, what your experience was. If you think this is kind of hocus pocus, that's okay too. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. But I really just I thank you for listening to me today. For allowing me to share some of my experiences and insights with you. And please take this message to heart today, that having the courage to go into your pain and to really feel what it is that's keeping you back, that's holding you back from experiencing love. Go there, feel it, and release it, and you'll feel so much more connected and so much more at peace afterwards. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful, beautiful, beautiful day. And if you want to learn more about me and some more personal growth strategies and insights, make sure you visit my website, www.KatieFreiling.com. Okay, we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.